City Manager Ryan Wheaton and Craig Gregory in, Public Works Director. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Jeff.
Good to see you. And some big doings here, finding out that there's some changes to an intersection here in downtown Shelton. Let's start with that as it will impact some folks' commutes here.
4th and Railroad, not this Friday, but next Friday, we will be turning that light to a flashing intersection.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be a red flash on the side street of 4th
Mm-hmm.
and yellow flash on Railroad Avenue, in both directions. And we are trying to simulate what would be a stop sign configuration there. It's one of the elements that we had from the Downtown Visioning Group.
Oh, okay.
That was first proposed to be a roundabout, I think proposed by city staff. Doesn't look like that's going to work. So with that traffic signal aging, that cabinet that controls the intersection is around 28 years old. We're either going to need to replace that or do something else. So we're looking at other options and just trying to simulate a stop sign there for right now to collect some data and see what we need to do there.
Wow, okay. That's a pretty big change for folks who've traditionally been on these roads for decades. So be on the lookout for those. I'm sure there'll be signage before this intersection. And
we're going to try and get signage up this week. We've got it out to all of the agencies affected, school district, MTA, fire, police. So we're trying to get the word out to everybody that a red flash means stop and proceed with caution, and yellow means just proceed with caution through the intersection.
Interesting. Is that something that may come down the line all down Railroad if this looks like it would work, or depending on the visioning plans?
Well, probably just 4th. It's the only signalized intersection at this point.
Yeah.
We are looking at it to see if it is merely there for speed control or if it's actually needed as a signalized intersection.
Okay.
And most of the side streets have a stop sign now.
Yeah.
Really the only one down there is probably 7th, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good note, and we'll continue to let people know about that here.
Thank you.
This
Appreciate
morning.
it.
City Manager Wheaton, we had the big EDC annual luncheon yesterday. I just got off the phone with Karen Shade from her Edward Jones office talking about it. Now I really wish I was able to attend because I'm starting to hear reports of groundbreaking Shelton Hills. Is this real? What's going on here?
Well, we're certainly hopeful that the project will start. At this point, to date, we don't have an application for a permit to do any grading or any sort of building up there. An application for a project that size would likely take us probably 60 days to push through.
Yep.
And we have staffed up. We are ready to take that application on. We've met with representatives from Hall Equities going on probably a half dozen or more times in the last couple months. And at every point we've met with them, we're hopeful that they're going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we continue to ask them to submit an application for us to review. So at this point, we wouldn't announce a start date for anybody else's project. If they are going to do that, if Hall Equities is looking to do that, that's fine. Obviously, it's I think one of the situations we've gotten into is that the city has been involved with this project so heavily over the last decade that people think that it's our project.
Right.
This is a private developer's piece of land, and we can no more make them do the project than we can tell a citizen to build a new house on their property. So we are hopeful that they'll start, but until they turn in a permit application, we don't have anything to actually push the project forward. So we're hopeful. At this point, though, we are waiting, and we hope that they turn something in soon.
So you were at the luncheon yesterday.
I didn't make it to the luncheon.
You didn't,
no,
but
I was.
You had heard about this too, then.
We had some staff there, so we had 3 staff members that attended. They heard it as well, and it just so happened that our community development director was in the room, and he manages the planning department, and he was hoping to get a permit application on his way out the door, but did not get one yet. So I promise the community that as soon as we get an application that is ready to go, everybody will know. But at this point, we don't have an application.
Okay. Well, then you got to keep us updated for sure so
Absolutely.
we can get that out.
Yeah.
Anything else going on in the city that we should talk about?
We've got a project coming up.
Okay.
We're ramping up for the Basin 3 sewer project, which is north side of downtown, basically from Alder Street north and from 1st to 8th. And we've sent out the right of entry forms to all of the parcels that will be affected in that project. And we're hoping to get those back. So if we can get the word out to folks, they're going to see those in the mail. They should already have the first round of them. We've received back out of the 208. We've received back about 50 of those so far. So hoping to get most of those back, and if not, we'll be out knocking on some doors trying to get the rest of those back.
And is that on first there, the collaboration too? You have to work with the state. Is that part of State Route 3 or no?
It is not.
Okay. Very good. Well, it's always great talking with you guys, updating us on the information. Next Friday, you'll see some signaling changes in downtown Shelton right there on 4th and Railroad. So be advised, and we'll continue to report on that throughout the rest of this week and into early next week. And anything else you guys got to pass along, come on down. We'll talk about it here on the Focus on Shelton.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Ryan. Good to see you.
having us in.
Craig, good to see you.